Today we're going to be talking about our argument paragraphs that we started before Christmas break. So first we're going to recap our regifting argument that we looked at. So we looked at the yes and no side of regifting, whether it was okay to do or not. And you looked at two different articles or sides to that. The first one was yes, it's okay because it helps the environment. It's cost effective and it can make someone else happy if they get a gift that they would like. Now, that side of the argument was really good because it included outside evidence from actual sources about producing additional millions of tons of waste each year and the average amount of money that is spent on Christmas gifts were our proven data and facts that were used. So that was a good argument piece. The no side of the argument, their reasons were it's hurtful, it's dishonest, and it's inconsiderate. That side of the argument, while it's definitely true that those things can happen, they were purely based on opinions and own experiences instead of hard data or facts, proven things. So when we're considering the yes versus the no side of the argument, in reality, even if we don't agree with regifting, the evidence points to it being okay. So if we're trying to write an argument paragraph about it, it makes more sense and it will be easier if we choose the side of yes, regifting is okay, because the evidence is there. Those of you that started out trying to do the no side, we're finding that it was harder to come up with the evidence because there's not a lot out there online that shows that no, it's really bad, because it's hard to find information if you're purely going on saying it's hurtful, it's dishonest, and it's inconsiderate. So thinking about that, if you had to write a paragraph about regifting and you had to win your argument, it would be best to go about it writing that regifting is okay to do. Now, we're not going to write a regifting paragraph anymore, even though we did start it before break. It's kind of lost its luster since Christmas is done. We are going to write a new argument paragraph about what is better, coffee or tea. And so you're going to get a new sheet today about the argument paragraph, just like before. And our focus today is coming up with our argument and an introduction and potentially the first reason and evidence. So you guys are writing, you have to decide based on your own experience, is coffee or tea better? Even if you haven't drank either of them before, you're going to figure out which one you think is better based on things that you've experienced, based on things that you've heard or seen on TV or the radio. So first, you have to come up with a debatable claim. A debatable claim is something that can be argued. Okay, you can't just make a statement that doesn't have another side to it, because that's not a debatable claim. So you're either going to say something like coffee is better than tea, or coffee is more healthy than tea, or tea is the best drink option. Not everyone's going to agree with it, so it makes it debatable. Okay, so you have to pick one side or the other, and you can't not pick a side. So you have to pick one of those choices. I'm going to give you an example today, and I'm going to use water is the best option. That way you can't copy my answers. So when I'm thinking about my topic that I'm going to write about, I need to come up with a topic sentence. My topic sentence is going to be the claim that I'm making. And remember, to our paragraph writing strategies, we could write a general, a cluing, or a specific topic sentence. And so I'm going to go with a cluing topic sentence, and I'm going to say water is the best drink choice for many reasons. Remember, cluing means I include that clue word of many in there. I don't tell my reader right away what those reasons are. I'm going to do that later on in my paragraph. So on my sheet, which I did post in Google Classroom for you to see as well, I have my debatable claim up here: water is the best drink choice. Okay, that's what I'm going to be arguing. I've come down to the introduction box, and I have my checklist over here on this side of what I need to include in my introduction. I start with a hook, a question a statement or a fact. Did you know that the average person uses 100 to 175 gallons of water a day? So I'm pulling my reader in, getting them to want to read more about what I'm saying. Water has so many uses that benefit people each day, but it's not always the first option to drink. Water is the best drink choice for many reasons. So there is my topic sentence about what I'm going to be arguing for. Down here, you're going to separate your reason one box, which is going to be anecdotal evidence, which is personal experience. When we think anecdotal, it has to be something that either happened to you or that you can talk to somebody else that you know and get information from them. So you're going to section this box into 3 areas. You're going to have your reason up here, a fact that goes with it, and your explanation or commentary. So remember to always start it out with a transition word. So I start with first, water helps people hydrate while playing sports. If you play sports, you know that you need to be drinking water. I included personal experience from when I used to play tennis. When I played tennis each summer in intense heat, it was necessary to drink lots of water before, during, and after playing to not cramp up or have heat stroke. I actually did see this happen quite a bit. My brother would cramp up. There was one time where he cramped up on the tennis court as well, and his legs just gave out and he fell to the ground. It was because he hadn't had enough water, okay? So my explanation for explaining why it was important is just saying if I didn't take precautions prior, during, and after play, I could suffer greatly and lose out on my match. And that was something I didn't want to do. I might give an example of if I don't drink water, I get headaches, which is true as well. So you need to think about your own personal experience for this first section. Everyone will use an anecdotal piece of evidence. When we get to the back side of the sheet, that's where we're going to use factual evidence, but we're not getting to that today. So today, all you are working on is deciding, are you going to be writing about coffee or tea? Which one do you think is best for whatever your reasons? And then you're going to come up with your introduction box with a hook, background information, and why it's important with your topic sentence. And then finally, hopefully, you're going to get to the point where you will also have your first reason with a fact from your personal experience and an explanation for why it's important. If you have questions while you're working today, raise your hand and I will come around and help you. Once you're done listening to this video, then you may keep your headphones on while you work, but you do not need to search the internet for anything else. You're not looking for facts today. I will give you the information tomorrow to help you with the back side of the sheet. But for today, all you're doing with the computer is listening to me and then using the computer for music to get your work done. Okay? I'm going to let you go and get started. I want this side of the sheet finished by the end of the hour. Thanks.